What if I told you that a $32 billion company didn't collapse in years, but in just 9 days? But this wasn't caused by a hacker, and this wasn't caused by a market crash. Instead, this collapse was planned, quietly, inside the company itself. And tonight, you're going to see how one of the biggest crypto empires in history vanished almost overnight. At the center of this story was a company called FTX. But on the surface, FTX looked unstoppable. It was one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges, and millions of people trusted it with their money. But more importantly, FTX promised something everyone wanted to hear: safety. It said customer funds were secure. It said risk was controlled. And it said transparency was a priority. But behind the scenes, none of that was true. At the heart of FTX was a young founder named Sam Bankman-Fried. He wasn't flashy. He didn't wear suits. He wore hoodies. And because of that, people believed he was different. He talked about ethics. He talked about charity. He talked about giving away 99% of his wealth. And because of this image, investors stopped asking hard questions. But while the world saw a genius philanthropist, a dangerous system was quietly forming underneath. FTX was founded in 2019, and within just 3 years, it exploded. But this growth wasn't normal. FTX went from startup to a $32 billion valuation faster than almost any financial company in history. And big names noticed. Elite investors poured in billions. Celebrities promoted the brand. Even a major sports arena carried the FTX name. And because everyone else trusted FTX, customers trusted it too. But that trust was built on a lie. Then, suddenly, in early November 2022, everything changed. A single article revealed something strange. FTX had a sister company called Alameda Research, and Alameda was holding massive amounts of FTX's own token. That raised one terrifying question. If Alameda failed, would FTX fail with it? And once people started asking that question, confidence began to disappear. Then, things escalated fast. A rival exchange publicly announced it was selling its FTX tokens, and that single decision triggered fear across the crypto world. Prices dropped, rumors spread, and customers rushed to withdraw their money. But when they tried, FTX didn't have it, and that's when the truth surfaced. Behind the scenes, FTX wasn't protecting customer money at all. Instead, a hidden piece of code gave Alameda unlimited access to customer funds. This wasn't an accident. It wasn't a bug. It was a deliberate backdoor. And through that backdoor, billions of dollars were quietly drained. That stolen money didn't sit untouched. It was used for risky trading. It was used for luxury real estate. It was used for personal loans. And it was even used for political donations, all funded by customer deposits. But eventually, there was nothing left to hide the losses. Once people realized something was wrong, they all ran at the same time. In just 24 hours, customers tried to withdraw $6 billion. FTX collapsed instantly. And within 9 days of the first warning sign, the empire was finished. On November 11, 2022, FTX filed for bankruptcy. More than 130 companies fell with it. Millions of users were locked out, and nearly $9 billion in customer funds were missing. Even worse, hundreds of millions were stolen just hours after bankruptcy. As investigators moved in, the story became undeniable. Executives turned on each other, secret accounts were exposed, and fake balance sheets were revealed. One by one, FTX insiders admitted the truth. They didn't act alone. They acted under orders, and those orders came from Sam Bankman-Fried. In November 2023, Sam Bankman-Fried was found guilty on all charges, and in March 2024, he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. A $32 billion empire reduced to a courtroom judgment. But the damage didn't stop there. Crypto markets collapsed. Other companies failed. Trust across the entire industry was destroyed. Governments responded, new regulations were written, and oversight finally arrived. But for millions of investors, the lesson came too late. FTX wasn't just a crypto failure, it was a human failure. A failure of oversight, a failure of trust, and a failure to ask hard questions. Because in the end, technology didn't cause this collapse, people did. If a $32 billion company can disappear in 9 days, what else are we trusting that we shouldn't be?